Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're decluttering my palettes. I have been so looking forward to this drawer. This drawer has been like my one I've been itching to get at, like the one I feel like I'm going to do the most damage in, if you know what I mean. If this is the first declutter video that you are watching from me, I think it's the fifth. It's the fifth decluttering video that I've done. I've decluttered my lipsticks, single eyeshadows, brow products, all that kind of thing. I've done my blushes, bronzers, highlights in a single form. I've done my foundations and powders, all of that, and now we're on to my palettes drawer. If you love decluttering videos, I'll link a playlist up above, but also link all the videos down below if you want to check them out. Like I said, today we're on to palettes. So if you enjoy a good decluttering video, smash that like button. It really does help me out as a small channel. I hope you enjoy, and let's just jump right into decluttering my palettes. Okay, so this is the top drawer of my makeup vanity, dresser, if you will. In here is meant to be just palettes and things like that. So I've got single eyeshadow palettes, I've got actual palettes, things like that. So face palettes, you name it, basically just palettes are meant to be in here. So I'm going to be going through all of this today. I'm going to hopefully declutter a bunch of palettes that I just no longer use or don't want in my collection. So I hope that we can get through a bunch of them today, but I guess let's just get started. So I guess we're just going to jump right in and pick out a few palettes to start with. So the first one, I'm just going to grab this one. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Soft Glam palette. This is what she looks like here. Gorgeous. Love her. Will absolutely 100% be keeping. Next is the Norvina palette, again by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'll probably just go through all of these because they're all kind of together. Beautiful, beautiful palette. Love it. 100% will be keeping as well. Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, again, love it, will be keeping. I have the Prism palette. Look, I really haven't used this one, as you can see, at all, and it is going to be my mission to give this one a red hot go this year, because I hate having stuff that I don't even use. These pans barely even touched, so I absolutely need to get into this one and give it a proper go. Same with Subculture. Again, I just find this, I love the colors in here, but I find it quite difficult to work with. So I really just need to step out, give it a go, try out some new techniques with it. But yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful palette. Love it. We'll be keeping at this stage anyway. Okay, I have the Tartelette palette. This is the cool toned palette. I love this palette. I will be keeping. It's gorgeous, beautiful, natural everyday makeup tones. Love it, will be keeping. I have my Dream Street palette. I'll also leave if I've done any looks with these palettes, I'll leave them linked up above so you can check them out. But this is the Dream Street palette. Love it, will be keeping. It's from Colourpop. Now I think I am going to get rid of this one. This is the In Nude Endo highlight palette from Colourpop. This is what it looks like here. Look, it's really gorgeous and basically a dupe for a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters. I just have so many highlighters. There's nothing wrong with them at all. They are gorgeous. I just have a lot of highlighters in my collection, and I'm going to just let go of this one. I'm going to be keeping my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is what she looks like here. I just really need to start focusing on using them up. Gorgeous, gorgeous highlighters. I love them. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this one. I have the Jaclyn Hill. This is the Becca Highlight Palette. This is what it looks like here. I'm really trying to go through this palette. It's in my project pan, so I just really want to get a big chunk of it done, just because I know it's been in here for so long. So that's that one I will be keeping. This is my Tarte Park Avenue Princess little palette. Look, I don't know, I might just end up giving this away to my mum or something, see if she wants to finish it up. There's still quite a bit left in these two products. This one probably not so much, but she doesn't really use the bronzers that much, so I might give this one a pass and pass it over to my mum. I have the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Look, it's barely been used. This is what she looks like here. It's a really beautiful color palette. I just don't think it's that great of a formula, to be honest, but it cost me $95, so I'm going to be keeping it and trying to get some use out of it, because I can't believe that it cost me $90 and I'm not in love with it. So I will be keeping it to try and use it up. This is the Shade and Lights Eye Palette by Kat Von D. I love this palette. I will be keeping. It's a great kind of neutral everyday eyeshadow palette. Love it. Will keep it. I have a Morphe palette that I haven't depotted. This is the Ready Set Go Gold palette. This is what it looks like here. Look, every shade in here is super comparable with another shade. They're literally the same shades all put together. Slightly different undertones, but you know, at the end of the day, pretty much a palette full of very similar eyeshadows. I think I'm going to get rid of this palette. I really do like these shimmers up the top here, but I have lots of shimmers in my collection. I've never reached for it anymore, and I just think that someone else might get some more use out of this than I will, so I'm going to give that one away. This is the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. I'm going to keep this one. This is my first kind of PR product that I got gifted from Sigma, so I'm going to keep this one. Bit of sentimental value, and the shades in here are gorgeous, so I'll keep that. I have my Anastasia Dream Street Glow Kit. You guys are going to laugh when you see this. Like, look what happened to it. You see how it's all like bubbly? I had to repress every single one of these. I bought them off Beauty Bay and they came completely shattered. Beauty Bay was really great, and they refunded me the cost of it and did send out another palette, but the exact same thing happened again. So I have two palettes, which one I gifted to my friend, which I repressed, and then I have this one. So I'm going to keep this one. I really need to play around with it some more and do some more like creative looks with the packaging. Is gorgeous too. So I'm going to keep this one. Another highlighting kit from Anastasia that I'm going to keep is the Nicole Guerrero. This is basically what the In Nude Endo was meant to be like a dupe for. I'll pull it up again. That's them basically together. As you can see, they've just basically tried to dupe it. But I do believe that the Nicole Guerrero one is better, so I'm going to keep, hence why I'm going to keep that one, and then still going to be passing over the In Nude Endo. Definitely going to be keeping my Tartist Pro palette. Love this palette. I just really need to dig it out a bit more. These mattes in here are gorgeous. Not such a fan of the shimmers. Like, I definitely have better shimmers in my collection, but the mattes in here are gorgeous, so I really need to play around with this one a bit more though. Okay, I have my Give It To Me Straight Colourpop palette. Look, it is a really nice palette, but again, I have so many similar shades in my collection that I think are maybe a bit better quality. So this is in my project pan at the moment, so I'm going to continue using it in the project, and then maybe when I do my like refresh, I might pass this one off to someone else who I think will get a lot more use out of it than I am currently. I'm just not really, I don't get excited to use it, so I'll see how the rest of the Project Pan challenge goes, and we'll give it a refresh and maybe pass it on to someone else at the end. I have my Colourpop Cute AF. This is the Yes Please palette. That's what it looks like here. I'm definitely going to be passing this one on. I have very similar shades within some new palettes that I purchased, so I don't really reach for this one at all. I think I've only done like 2 looks with it, so I'm going to pass that one on. I have obviously OG Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the original. Going to be keeping this one. Absolutely love this palette, so I'll be keeping it. I have a new palette to my collection. This is the James Charles, like Morphe James Charles palette. They had a sale on, so I picked this one up. So a lot of those kind of colourful palettes that I've got basically were replaced by this one. But this is what it looks like here. I haven't really delved into it too much, but I will be. It's a plan this year. So yeah, love this one. We'll be keeping. Another palette which is new to my collection is the new Volume 2 Jaclyn Hill palette. Love this palette, so gorgeous. I really enjoyed this kind of area of the palette. I have delved into these purples. Again, I'll leave videos listed up above if you wanted to check them out, but also check out my Instagram. I have done a few looks using both the James Charles palette and this one if you wanted to get some inspo. But yeah, love these palettes. We'll be keeping. I will be getting rid of this one. This is the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. I've done a video on all of these palettes. I bought the entire vault. So basically they've barely been used, like maybe once or twice. To be honest, I wasn't such a fan of the quality of these ones. I feel like they're definitely not the same quality as the Volume 2 or the original palette, that's for sure. If you're thinking about getting one, I think maybe this one, Dark Magic, might be the one to go for. It's at least a little bit different, and the colours in here actually blend and perform quite well. The rest of them really don't. So yeah, maybe this, oh actually this one as well. What's this one? Armed and Gorgeous. This one was okay, but the shades are so similar. Like 3 of those oranges look pretty much exactly the same. The browns look exactly the same. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend purchasing the vaults. I feel like they were the rejected ones for a reason, in my opinion. I'm going to try and sell these ones because I only really use them once, so I'll see if I can try and sell them. If not, I'll just give them to my friends and family. Oh my gosh, what a throwback. I have the Too Faced, sorry. This is the Chocolate Bar palette. Look, I've had this palette for so long, barely used a dent on it. Like, I just feel like eyeshadows have evolved so much more than what this is now. So I'm going to pass this one off to my sister. I think she'll really enjoy this, especially probably not the purple in here or the pink, but like these neutral colors and these little green, like the goldy green. I think she'll really enjoy it. So I'm going to pass this one off to my sister. Oh my gosh, I just found my meal planner. Oh my, I was like trying to plan my dinners for the week and I was like, where's my planner gone? Well, I found it. Yay. I have quite a few like single eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to try and keep all of these ones. There's not like a palette that I want to get rid of, but I'll just kind of show you them. So this is the Fall into Frost palette basically that I decluttered. I think that's Soft Brown by Matte, and I've got Chickadee. So there's a few other shadows in there, but predominantly this is the Fall into Frost palette, which I have depotted. I'll leave a link up to my depotting videos if you're interested in depotting any of your like eyeshadow palettes. I've got one for the like Morphe palettes in general. So that's what I've depotted, and this is a Z palette. I think it's the extra large Z palette. Holds them all in there quite well, so I'm going to keep that one. I have some more of these like single eyeshadows, which I actually think I might get rid of some of the singles because I already have like, you know, very similar colors. Like I think I'm going to get rid of this one. This is Brick by Morphe. Like I just have very similar shades within like full palettes that I think are better quality than this one, so I'm going to get rid of that. I think I'm actually going to just sit down and like go through all of these ones and see which ones I want to keep. And then I will come back to you and like show you all the ones that I'm going to get rid of. Oh, I have my Glitter Injections X-Ray like palette here. It has a few of their like pressed glitters and a few more single eyeshadows and single blushes over here. These ones are like the ones that I've depotted from a Benefit like blush, like, you know, those little tins that they come in. So these are a bunch of those ones. So I'm going to go through those ones as well and just chuck out anything that I am not vibing with. I knew I had another ABH palette. This is the Sultry palette. It's my newest one to the collection. This is what she looks like here. I love Sultry palette. I would definitely be keeping. So I've got a lot of really random things in here. So I'm just going to go through them. I have a door hook. I will be keeping, but not in this drawer. I have a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I got rid of these ones in my last, like, my first kind of declutter video. So I'll be getting rid of this one as well. I have a bunch of, oh, they must have come out of a packet. I have a bunch of my like teeth whitening strips. I'll be keeping, oh, that's not a teeth whitening strip. What's that? Nose strip. This is a Bjorn nose strip. Oh, look, I'll just use it to get rid of it. I don't really think they do a very good job, but I'll use it up. And then these are all like teeth whitening strips. So I'll put these ones in the bathroom. I have a Body Shop Body Moisturizer. This is in coconut, and I also have the matching like hand cream here. We'll be keeping both of these ones, but just not in that drawer. Another palette, I've got the Alchemist palette here. This is from Kat Von D. These are those like white shades that they like turn like different colors. So like that's got like a blue reflect, and then we've got one that's got a green, purple, and then down here is pink. So they're beautiful kind of holographic eyeshadows, and transform really if you do like a black lid with these on top. They look gorgeous. So I'm going to keep this one. I really need to play around with a bit more, so but I will be keeping. I have my nipple covers. I will be keeping these ones. Never know when you might want to cover up your nips, so I'm going to keep those. I have some Swispers. These are just like little like cotton buds, so I'm going to keep those ones but pop them into the bathroom because they don't need to be in that drawer. I have some lashes. These are the Nakia Joy lashes. They are the naked set here, and then these are the wispy set here. They're really great lashes. I'm going to keep all of these ones. They're pretty much, I've only used them a couple of times. I've just got to put them back and maybe give them a clean. Like this one's like falling down out of the packet. But love these ones that we'll be keeping. Random Tiffany's pouch, as you do. I'm going to get rid of this. This is an Avene. It's called like the matte emulsifying mattifying emulsion. Look, it does nothing. I'm going to just get rid of it. I tried to like use it up, but obviously it's been sitting there for so long and I've had this for absolutely years. So yeah, I'm just going to pop this one in the bin. I have a little mini Cancer Council like face sunscreen. I'll keep this one, but I'll pop it in the bathroom. It's got the tiniest little bit left. I'll just use it during the day. My everyday kind of skincare routine hasn't worked. Like I put a sunscreen on, so I'll just pop that in the bathroom just to use it up. This is a Saint Tropez like face, it's like a sheet face mask. It's got fake tan in it. I don't know, I'm really worried about using it because I just don't know what it's going to turn out like. Like, am I going to end up with like a really brown face? Like, I don't know. So I've had it for quite a while. I mean, I'm sure it's probably still good, but yeah, I just don't know. I'm a bit like hesitant about using it. Also because I don't use like Saint Tropez as my like body face tan. So I'm like, if I put this one on and then have my like not fake tan that I use, they might not be the same colors. So I don't know. It's in there. One day, hopefully, I will use it. We'll see. This was one of our wedding ring boxes. I think this was mine. I can't remember, one of mine or Nick's like wedding ring boxes, so I'll definitely be keeping that one there. I have another teeth whitening strip, an eye contact. Put that with the rest of my contacts. Random one here. Okay, I have a whole bunch of like lip balm. So I've got a macadamia hydrating lip balm. I've got a cocoa butter all-in-one lip balm. I've got a pawpaw ointment one, and I've also got a Burt's Bees lip ointment here. So I really just need to start like obviously hydrating my lips more, because I have so many of these. So I'll pop a few, like pop one in my handbag, I'll pop one next on like my bedside table, I'll pop one in the bathroom. So I've got a few going around, so hopefully I can start to use these ones up. I have a tub of Vaseline here. I don't know why I have a tub of Vaseline, but it's always handy to have. I would definitely keep it. I know, I have a tub of Vaseline when I had my nose surgery. I'll leave that video up above if you wanted to check that one out. But to help with the stitches and when I had to get them taken out, they said to rub Vaseline over them, so it like makes the stitches slide out easier and not tug. So I put Vaseline on my stitches, so that's why I've got a tub of Vaseline. But I mean, I guess I'll keep it and just put it in the bathroom. I have a little jewelry pouch. These come in so handy to pop your jewelry in when you're going like traveling or staying over someone's house. Definitely will be keeping that one. Oh, I have the Maybelline's. This is the Falsies mascara. I think it's almost done, but it's still got a little bit of product in it. So I'm actually going to put it in the acrylic drawer, in the eye drawer portion, and hopefully I will use that one up soon. I have an Essie nail varnish. This is, don't know, oh, it's like a Treat Love and Color. Oh, it's like a treatment polish. It's like a white, but it has like a weird like blue kind of like reflect in it. I don't know if you guys can see that, like a duo. I will keep it, but I won't put it in this drawer. I'll put it in another drawer down here, which has like the rest of my nail polishes in it. But yeah, I'll keep that one. Such random things. Okay, I've got some more of those like nose like peeling things. I'll keep them. I'll put them in the bathroom though. I have blotting papers. This is the NYX kind of like green tea mattifying blotting paper. I'll keep that one and put it in my handbag. I've got a claw clip here for my hair, always come in handy, will be keeping. I've got some Hollywood tape as well, which I'll keep, but again, not in that drawer. So the drawer is empty. These are like weird like marks that I've got in the drawer. I'm gonna wipe it out and then we're gonna put everything back in that I'm keeping. So that's as good as it's going to get cleaned out. These marks and things are just on there so bad. I'm not even going to try to get them off. I definitely want to invest in a whole brand new like makeup vanity like station and storage unit, but I don't want to do it until we're looking to buy a place. So I don't want to like buy something now that's not going to fit or like go with what we've got at the place we end up eventually buying. So I will hold off and buy something when we get into the new place. But this is what we're currently dealing with. So this is it empty, and I'm going to start to put everything back in. So I've gone through all of my single eyeshadows and I've kind of grouped them into kind of semi kind of color. Look, they're not perfect, but I mean, for the sake of just getting them done, I've just popped them into kind of color gradients. The first one is all going to be all of my kind of like light neutral, so like all of my like shimmery like lid colors, then like my blending colors down here. There's a variety of shadows in here, so like MAC, Makeup Geek, I've got Morphe in here as well, so a whole range of brands. Let me know down below if you want me to like swatch and go through each of the colors, like each of the palettes with you. I'm happy to do that too if you wanted to a bit more in-depth close-up of all the single eyeshadows, but this is kind of like my lights. Then we kind of go into like my bronzes, like I don't know, like golds and bronzes here. So a lot of them, these ones are shimmers. I think pretty much all of them are shimmers. Only like this one down here I think is a matte. But that is the single eyeshadows there for like the bronzes. Then I have like my, I don't know, really bronzy but like purpley kind of colors leading into greens and greys at the bottom there as well. The last one, like I might have to redo these ones because that's a lot to have just left in this palette. But this one is like my kind of, I don't know, murky greens and then blacks and things like that. So a few of these ones here I think could get moved into the different kind of colors, but I filled them all up and that's what we're dealing with right now. So that's that one there. I just ended up taking the single eyeshadows that were out of that one, except for the two pressed glitters, which are meant to be in this one because of the blackout. It helps to preserve the ingredients within the pressed shadows. And these ones, they're really actually like, I think they've like melted and the glue's like stuck into these ones, so I didn't want to rip them out. So I'm gonna have to just I guess, trying to go through them and then try to pry them out. But that's that palette there. And then I have a bunch of like single eyeshadows. These are the ones I'm going to get rid of. So there's a few bronzy ones, like blending shades, but I just have so many of them. A few like pops of color as well, but I'm going to get rid of all of those ones. I'm just going to pop them straight in the bin because, I don't know, people who don't have like magnetic palettes and things like that, they're not going to be able to like use these ones. Also, they are like I said, I've had all these for quite some time and they probably shouldn't be like getting passed on anyway, so I'm just going to end up just chucking all of those ones out. Okay, so now they're all done, let's start to put these palettes back into the drawer. These are all of the Anastasia palettes going back in together. Shade and Light and Huda Beauty. These are little ones, so I might put the Dream Street and the Becca and the Sigma one all together at the front. So Sigma, Dream Street, Tarte, and then the Becca, and all those ones behind. Oh, also this one. Give it to me straight as well. And make sure to put my James Charles in here as well as the Jaclyn palettes on top. Can I lay them down actually? I'm really laying them down. I think I like them laying down better because I can see them better. I probably have to lay down anyway. I think that's how I'm going to have the drawers. Like, I just like being able to see them all rather than being like laid down. I'm just going to leave it like that, I think. I thought I was done. I have all the single eyeshadows to go in still. Okay. That's the top shelf done there. I think I just like having everything laid down rather than like stacked like this because you can't really see them. So I like having them all like kind of laid flat. So that's all of them there. So I've got all of my kind of single eyeshadows stacked here. It's James Charles and both the Jaclyn Hills, like face palettes. That's the Huda Beauty. You can kind of see everything really. And that's the Warm Neutrals palette at the back there, my Tarte palette, obviously both of my Colourpop lashes, and then all of my Anastasia Beverly Hills here. So I kind of have it in a little bit of an order. But yeah, I'm really liking how it's turned out. So obviously, as well as those single eyeshadows, these are everything that we ended up decluttering in that palette. So we've got the whole Vault collection there, so that's the 4 palettes there. I got rid of the Park Avenue Princess Little Face palette, my Colourpop Yes Please palette, the Innuendo palette by Colourpop as well, my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and also my Morphe Ready Set Gold palette. So not a bad effort. I'm going to get rid of all of those ones today. Hopefully I'm going to take them actually over to my mum's house. She's dying to try out the products that I'm getting rid of in this declutter, so I'll bring them over to her place to have a play with. So guys, that is it. That is the end of my decluttering series. The rest of my drawer just has like miscellaneous kind of products in with it I just need to go through, but it's not really makeup focused, so I'm gonna leave those ones out. That's basically my makeup collections. If you guys want an overall like makeup collection like video, I can totally do that just to wrap up everything that I've got now. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in because I'll totally do that for you. But yeah, thank you for following along on my decluttering series journey. It feels so good to finally just have a really clear like makeup collection, super tidy, organized, everything's where it should be. And I'm actually feeling really inspired to definitely dig into a lot of those palettes that I just haven't touched for ages. So I hope this video has inspired you to get into your collection and declutter and get reacquainted with some of your old favorites. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a big like, thumbs up. Subscribe down below before you leave. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Be kind to one another, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.